Good morning, especially my Chicago friends. Say it's going to be in the 70s today. Ooh, that means spring is really coming. Renewal, birth again after the cold winter. And we all have to find our way to reanimate for what's ahead in the future, which still has some unknown uncertainty connected to it. I'm always looking outside now to see if the crabapple tree is going to make the buds that only last for 3 or 4 days when the flower turns white. And spring is really here. I've already seen some daffodils. Anyway, our practice is not just about doing something that right now seems to be forced upon us because we're less distracted by going outside and keeping up our normal routine. But remember, there's a part of us that's involved on an ongoing basis, if you take this seriously, with what I would call the bhakti or devotional surrender to the Supreme, or whatever word you want to give to that mystery from whence everything comes and everything goes back. Kabir says this, translation by Robert Bly, one of my favorite poems. Friend, hope for the guest while you're alive. The guest is a Sufi term for the spirit. Friend, hope for the guest while you are alive. Jump into experience while you are alive. Think and think while you are alive. What you call salvation belongs to the time before death. If you don't break the ropes while you're alive, you think ghosts will do it for you after? The idea that the body will join with the ecstatic, the idea that the soul will join with the ecstatic when the body is rotten, that's all fantasy. What is found now is found then. If you find nothing now, you'll simply end up with an apartment in the city of death. If you make love with the divine now, in the next life, you'll wear the face of satisfied desire. So plunge into the truth. Find out who the teacher is. Listen to the great sound. Believe in the great sound. Kabir says this, when the guest is being searched for, it is the intensity of the longing for the guest that does all the work. Look at me, and you will see a slave of that intensity. So that's what it's about, friends. Take it inside. It's just between you and the spirit, always has been anyway. So today we're going to continue our Bahya Kumbhaka, our external retention of the breath, but we're going to use the Anuloma technique, which is the inhale both nostrils, exhale alternate nostrils. And we'll go through the different stages of having them open, partially closed, pinching the nostrils closed, and so forth. Just remember, if there's any tension when you're doing this, you have to realize that you're building up a certain kind of energy or steam, like a locomotive, right, where it's held in abeyance and you can let it go or pull it back. But again, if you're feeling any kind of force whatsoever, then you know that your chitta or your consciousness can't handle the prana, the life force. Don't do that. When you're holding, it ought to be smooth, so there's a sense of the prana and the chitta finding some kind of equilibrium. And when you're holding, you realize your mindset is kind of stopped. Your senses, your thinking, your hearing, and all those negative mindsets that could arise when we're not aware of what we're doing and we're just kind of letting our consciousness flow wherever it wants to go. Now we're controlling it. You're going to see what kind of calmness you get as a result of that. All right? So let's do this technique. Take 10 or 15 minutes. We'll see where it goes. So get your seat. Find out how to lift that buttock flesh away from the tailbone, remember? And then don't forget, it's not just a lift in the chest. It's to lift by squeezing those legs together if you're in a crisscross posture. Even if you're sitting in a chair, just crisscross the base of your shins and then squeeze them together, and you'll see all of a sudden there's that lift from the base of the spine. All right, open up that chest, widen that chest, drop those shoulders down. All right, chin down, chest up. Do your restorative breathing. All right, first cycle, raise the hand. Wide nostril inhale. Partially close both nostrils, exhale. And then just wait, hold the breath out. Drop the hand and restorative breathing. That's the first technique. Should be the easiest because nostrils are open while we're doing the Kumbhaka. Exhale your breath. Raise the hand. Wide nostril inhale. Narrow nostril exhale. Hold the breath out. Drop the hand, restorative breathing. Remember here in Anuloma technique, the exhale is longer than the inhale. So don't forget to time it that way. Restorative breath. Exhale, navel back. Keep the lift. Raise the hand. Wide nostril inhale. Narrowed both nostril exhale. Hold the breath. Don't pinch it closed yet. Relax the hand and breathe. Getting better at holding the breath out for at least 8 to 10 seconds. Remember, that's how we're creating the elasticity in the lungs. That's the counter to the kind of fibrotic condition that the coronavirus seems to attack the lungs with. All right, next stage. It's going to be partially closed nostril inhale, open alternate nostril exhale, then pinch the nostril close and do the Bahya Kumbhaka. Do that on both sides. Be alternate the narrow nostril, the open nostril. The narrowed nostril inhale, then the exhale to the alternate nostril, which is partially closed. Pinch it closed, and then do the Kumbhaka. All right, let's try it. Inhale and exhale your breath. New cycle about to begin. Raise the hand. Open nostril inhale. Narrowed nostril inhale. Now block the left, partially close the right, exhale. Pinch the nostril closed, Bahya Kumbhaka. Partially close both nostril inhale. Open if you need more, and narrow as necessary. Block right, partially close left nostril, exhale. Pinch it closed. Inhale and exhale. All right, my mistake in calling it off there. This should be this round. Partially closed nostril, inhale. Open alternate nostril, exhale with the Kumbhaka following that. So let's try that again. Exhale your breath. Raise the hand. Partially close both nostril, inhale. Block right, left, open right, exhale. Pinch it closed, hold the breath. Inhale, open nostrils, then partially close them. Block right, open left, exhale. Pinch it closed, Bahya Kumbhaka. Relax the hand, restorative breath. Next cycle. Inhale, open nostrils. Partially close them. Block left, open right, exhale. Pinch it closed, Bahya Kumbhaka. Open both nostrils, get a little breath, and partially close them. Block right, open left exhale. Pinch it closed, hold the breath, external retention. Relax and breathe. When you're taking that next inhale after the alternate nostril breath, you may have to digitally control widening or narrowing to make sure you're getting enough breath and you're not feeling like you're getting anxious by not having enough breath, or hold the breath less. Next cycle. Open nostril inhale, partially closed nostril alternate exhale with the Kumbhaka. Restorative breath, exhale. Open nostril inhale. Now block left, partially closed right, exhale. Pinch closed and hold. Open nostril inhale. Block right, partially closed left, exhale. Pinch closed, hold the breath. Relax and breathe. Third one in this cycle. Restorative breathing. Raise the hand. Keep the lift. Open nostril inhale. Take it deep. Remember, exhale is longer than inhale. Block left, partially closed right. Exhale. Pinch it closed and hold out. Open both nostril inhale. Block right, partially closed left. Pinch it closed. Relax the hand and breathe. All right, now next one is partially closing the whole way. Remember, if you look at light on pranayama, Mr. Iyengar starts off with the partially closed nostrils. He doesn't break it down, makes it much, much tougher. But then he's expecting much more of you in terms of having you advanced your practice prior to getting to pranayama, so you have a lot of control already. All right, so now it's partially closed nostrils on the inhale, then alternate nostril partially closed with Bahya Kumbhaka. Let's give it a shot. Exhale your breath. Raise the hand. Narrow both nostrils and inhale, but deeply. Now block the left, keep the right partially closed and exhale, longer than the inhale. Then pinch them closed and hold the breath out. Open nostrils and then partially close them. Continue to manipulate, making them wider if you need more breath. Now block the right, partially close the left, exhale. Pinch it closed, Bahya Kumbhaka. Relax the head and breathe. So here the challenge is mostly when you switch to the alternate nostril breath and have to take that inhalation through the partially closed nostrils. It may not be smooth. That's why I say you may have to open the nostril a little bit, start the breath slow, then narrow. Try it again. Exhale your breath. Raise the hand. Partially close both nostrils and inhale. Now block the left, partially close the right, exhale. Pinch it closed and hold. Inhale through partially open both nostrils. Open if you need more air, then partially close them. See how I'm lifting and closing as I need? Now block the right, partially close the left, exhale. Pinch it closed. Relax the hand and breathe. Now, I've been teaching only like one and done, meaning do a breath technique and then do one restorative breath. But I've said right from the beginning, if you need more restorative breathing, do that. Exhale your breath one more time. Let's try it. Narrow the nostrils and inhale. Block left, partially closed right, exhale. Block it off, hold the breath. Inhale the breath, narrow as you can. Block right, partially closed left. Pinch the nostrils closed. Relax the hand and breathe. How does that restorative breath come in? Remember, that's always a hallmark of how controlled the breath was, how tension-free the breath was. Remember, if partially closing the nostrils, holding the nostrils closed on the Kumbhaka doesn't feel good, keep the nostrils free and hold the breath. One more time. Exhale your breath. Raise the hand. Partially close the nostrils. Breathe in. Block left. Partially closed right. Exhale. Pinch it closed. Breathe in, both. Partially closed. Block right. Partially closed left. Exhale. Pinch it closed. Relax and breathe. Wow. Again, pay attention to what's happening when you're holding the breath. Your mind is kind of held in abeyance, like an empty state. And when you're in that empty state, nothing's going to flow from you that's going to accrue bad karma. Enjoy the rest of your day.